Yo, what's up YouTube? This is Alex the King, Sick Performance. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Now today's video, I'm gonna show you guys the top stretches that you can do all at home. Now this goes for people that have lower back pain, shoulder issues, and all other tightness throughout the body. But not even that, you know, this even helps people that work out a lot because it's gonna loosen up a lot of these areas. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys now. Let's get to it, y'all. Keep in mind, to make these stretches more effective, you wanna make sure you hold each stretch for about 30 to 60 seconds. All right, so we're gonna do what's called a lying knee twist. All right, so you wanna make sure you lay on your back, but what you're gonna do here is you're gonna lay on one side like you're laying in bed. So you're gonna lay here, all right? Palms down here. This knee's gonna be up to your chest, but rested on the ground. And this hand's gonna be on the opposite direction. So obviously my couch is in the way, so you wanna make sure both palms are down, just like this, all right? And you wanna make sure this hand is gonna press this knee down, all right? You wanna make sure you hold it for about 30 to 60 seconds. And relax, breathe in and out. So you're gonna feel this stretch a little bit on the side of your lower back if you're tight, mostly around this area, and a little bit of your mid-upper back. Very great stretch. Whew, feels good. All right, the next one we're gonna do what's called a pigeon pose. Now you wanna make sure your ankle and your knee are aligned horizontally, okay, just like this. And you wanna make sure this leg's out. Hands are in front of the leg. You wanna keep your chest up. All right, now if you wanna intensify, you can definitely have your forearms rested in front of the mat, just like this. Keep your chest up, back flat, and hold it. Breathe in and out. And then we'll go ahead and switch. So now we're gonna go ahead and stretch out our wrist flexors and our extensors. Now for a lot of people that are in front of the computer typing a lot, for example, and you have carpal tunnel, this is gonna be a really good stretch. It's gonna alleviate a lot of the pain and loosen up a lot of the muscle tissues around this area. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with the wrist flexor. So what you wanna do is you wanna make sure your palms are faced on the mat, elbows straight, just like this. So lean forward first because you wanna make sure your elbows are extended. And from here, keep your fingers apart, spread them out, and you wanna lean back until you feel a good stretch in your bicep tendon and your wrist. So this area, all the way down to the wrist tendon. All right, so you wanna make sure you breathe in and out and relax. Then you wanna flip it over, so you wanna shake it off a little bit. Now the only difference here is your knuckle area, this area right here, it's gonna be flat on the ground. So the same thing, keep your elbow locked out, rest it, okay? And you wanna lean back and hold it. Make sure to breathe in and out. The next one we're gonna do is what's called a cobra pose. So you wanna make sure you get on the ground, facing the ground here. You wanna make sure your hands are right next to your armpit, and you wanna press up, keep your elbows straight. Now from here, you wanna make sure your shoulders aren't shrugged like this. You wanna make sure you relax your shoulders down. And just hold it and breathe in and out. This is gonna really stretch out your lower back and your ab region, your abdominal region. We're gonna do what's called a child pose. So the way you want to get into the position is you want to make sure your ankles are flat, just like this. And you want to make sure your butt sits on your heel, just like this. All right, and you're going to lean your arms right in front of you. The next one we're going to do, we're going to stretch out our hamstrings. All right, so you want to sit down like this, and you want to make sure you grab the bottom of your feet. So if you are flexible, go ahead and grab it this way. Now, keep in mind, you want to keep your knees locked out or extended, just like this. And then look at my low back. You don't want to round it here. If possible, you want to make sure you keep your chest up so that way your back is more neutral. And just hold it here, breathe in and out. You're going to feel in your calves and your hamstrings. The next one we're gonna do what's called a couch stretch. So you can use, if you don't have a couch, you can use a chair or a bench. Now for this stretch, it's gonna really open up the hip flexors and your quad muscle. So to get into position, you wanna make sure you're here. Try to put your foot right on top of the pad here. This leg is about 90 degrees. You see that? Now from here, you want to make sure you stand straight up, keep an upright position, keep your chest up without arching your low back. You don't want to go like this. Just keep your back flat, chest up, and just hold it here. All right, this is going to stretch out this hip flexors and your quads. Now, if this is too sensitive, because I know a lot of people have tight hip flexors, all right, which causes a lot of lower back pain, most commonly. Just go ahead and just lean down just like this. All right. So we're gonna focus on the internal rotator of the shoulder muscle. And to get into this stretch, you wanna make sure your hand is right behind your low back, right around here. All right, now you want to make sure you lay on your back, facing the ceiling. All right, then the next thing you want to do is just you're gonna shift your body towards this elbow. So you want to make sure you're here, make sure you keep your elbows in place until you feel a good stretch right in here, okay? So if you're doing it correctly, you should feel a stretch inside your shoulder in this area. And just rest it here. Whew. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a middle split stretch. So you want to make sure you spread your feet out as far as possible. All the way out until you feel a good stretch, and you want to make sure your hands are flat in front of you. Now, once you hit your widest point for your legs, you want to make sure you try to keep your back flat, chest up, and you want to lean, push your hips back, and walk back here. All right, and you want to hold it. Make sure you breathe in and out. Now the area you're gonna feel the stretch in is your inner thighs, your inner hip flexors, and a little bit of your hamstrings. Just make sure to breathe. We're gonna focus on your upper trap muscle. We're gonna stretch this area. Now, a lot of people hold a lot of stress in their upper back. That's the most common area. So it's always good to stretch out this region. So you want to make sure you have your hands just like this on your lower back. And you want to make sure you grab the side of your head and just pull this to the left side. And you'll feel it. All right, so it's going to look just like this from the front view. Make sure you keep your upright posture and just lean until you feel a good stretch right about this area. And just breathe in and out. All right, we're gonna do the clasped neck stretch, which is gonna be this region right here. All of this, okay, all around this area. Now, if you have like tension headaches and you're stressed out throughout the day, this is gonna really release a lot of that stress. All right, so the way you wanna do this, you wanna make sure you grab the back of your head. All right, I'll show you from the side view. Here, chest up, back flat, and you wanna just make sure you pull your neck, pull your head forward. Here. All right, another part we're gonna do is the levator scapulae, which is another part of your neck muscle. So when you're doing this, you wanna make sure you have your hands right behind your low back again. All right, the only difference here is instead of pulling your head to the side like this, you're gonna pull your head down but you're gonna turn. So it's kind of like your left ear aimed towards your right knee. So as you come down, right, you want to shift your neck. I wouldn't say shift, but just tilt your left knee, aim it towards your right knee. Here. And you want to make sure you keep your back flat too. Other part of the rotator that we're going to stretch out is your external rotators. So you can use like a PVC pipe or a broomstick. Now, the way you want to do this, it's a little complex, but I'll show you from 2 different angles. So you want to make sure your hand, you hold it with 3 fingers, and the broom is right on the side of your tricep. This hand's going to be underhand, and from here, you're going to keep your elbows low. You want to lift it with your left hand until you feel it inside your rotator. So hold it here, make sure your body is neutral, and relax. So you're gonna hit it inside this shoulder muscle, your rotator cuff. So from here, I'm gonna show you from the side view. All right, then we're gonna switch sides. So the same thing, 3 fingers, just like this. The broomstick on the left side of your tricep. This hand's gonna be underhand, you're gonna lift it up. All right, next one we're gonna do is called a chest opener. Now you wanna make sure your hands are crossed just like this, right? Now from here, have your hands on the back of your butt or your glutes. Keep your elbows straight, and you wanna stick your chest out. So you wanna stretch it out just like this. You should feel all across this area right here. So not only are you gonna feel the stretch in your chest, but you're gonna feel it in your front shoulders. So I'm showing you from 3 different angles. All right. That's it, y'all. This is all the stretches that y'all can do. Now, if you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram at Sick Performance. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, y'all.